A small boy's voice requests that you tell him a tale. Vibranium is told in the voice of an adult. Vibranium, the hardest metal known to man, was part of a massive meteorite that hit in the area of the Nile River's headwaters millions of years ago, having an impact on the vegetation. Later, during the human era, 5 tribes in the country of Wakanda fought for ownership of the vibranium until a warrior was guided by a spirit to discover and consume a heart-shaped herb tainted with the metal. He became the first Black Panther after acquiring superhuman abilities. One tribe demands freedom, but the other 4 of the 5 tribes submit to his authority. The vibranium is used by Wakandan to create cutting-edge technologies. They cut themselves off from the rest of the world after witnessing the atrocities committed by other countries. They concealed themselves and appeared to be less industrially advanced than a third-world nation. Prince Njobu, Sterling K. Brown, makes a promise in Oakland, California, to share Wakanda's technology with people of African heritage all around the world in order to aid them in overcoming their oppressors. Ulysses Clow, a trader in illegal weapons, is hired by Njobu to invade Wakanda and steal a stash of vibranium. King Chaka discovers his brother's deeds in 1992. When he confronts Njobu, the latter becomes enraged and makes a threat to murder Zuri, Forrest Whitaker, Chaka's devoted buddy. To rescue Zuri, Chaka unwillingly murders Njobu, and to keep the Wakandan people from finding out the truth, he abandons Njobu's son Eric. After Chaka was killed by Helmut Zemo, who was posing as James Barnes and wearing a mask, in the present, his son T'Challa comes to Wakanda to take the throne. He reunites with his mother Queen Ramonda and younger sister Princess Shuri, the current technical prodigy of Nigeria, after helping Okoye, the head of the all-female fighting group the Dora Milaje, free his ex-lover Nakia from an undercover mission in the Sambisa forest of Nigeria. At his coronation, Mbaku, the head of the 5th tribe, the mountain-dwelling Jabari, challenges him for the throne. The two fight in a ceremony, with T'Challa winning and taking the throne as the new king. He grants Mbaku his life. An ancient Wakandan vibranium axe is taken from a museum in London by a group commanded by Clow and including Eric Stevens, also known as Killmonger, an ex-US Black Operations soldier. The young king is urged to bring the drug dealer to justice by T'Challa's companion Wabi, who lost his parents as a result of the dealer's deeds, when the tribe elders learn that Clow has turned up in South Korea. Clow will be selling the axe to an unidentified customer at a subterranean casino in Busan, where T'Challa, Okoye, and Nakia intend to stop him. However, the scheme fails when T'Challa learns the buyer is CIA agent Everett Ross and Clow believes the transaction is a ruse. The transaction then goes sour, leading to a vehicle pursuit and Clow's eventual capture. However, Killmonger manages to save Clow while he is in CIA custody. While defending Nakia during the assault, Ross sustains significant injuries. Rather than go after Clow, T'Challa takes Ross to Wakanda, where his sister Shuri utilizes the country's cutting-edge technology to restore Ross' life. Killmonger assassinates Clow and brings his body to Wakanda as a sign, revealing to the tribe elders that he is Njobu's son and challenging T'Challa to the throne. In a ceremonial battle, Killmonger prevails and launches T'Challa over a waterfall. Killmonger executes his father's plan by assembling shipments of Wakandan weaponry to be sent to Wakandan agents all across the world after eating the heart-shaped plant to acquire the abilities of the Black Panther. After learning that Mbaku's soldiers have located and are caring for the unconscious T'Challa, Nakia, Shuri, Ross, and T'Challa's mother Ramonda depart to ask for the Jabari's help. T'Challa, who was treated by a heart-shaped plant delivered by Nakia, leaves for Wakanda to resume his struggle with Killmonger for the throne, which was never formally resolved because T'Challa never passed away or renounced. Killmonger's claim to the kingship is instantly deemed illegitimate when he refuses to comply, and Okoye and the Dora Milaje turn against him. Killmonger, who is now sporting a set of Black Panther armor of his own, as well as the border tribe, struggle mightily against this. Ross, flying a remote aircraft under Shuri's direction, shoots down the planes transporting the weapons before they can escape the nation while Shuri, Nakia, and Jabari engage in combat with Wabi. Until Mbaku and the Jabari show there to help T'Challa, the combat does not go well for his side. This changes the course of the conflict. Due to sonic disruptions utilized in the delivery of the metal, Chala and Killmonger's combat takes them deep within the vibranium mine, rendering their vibranium armor useless. Chala stabs his cousin as Killmonger's body temporarily protrudes through the cover. He offers to treat Killmonger while taking him to witness Wakanda's sunset. However, Killmonger asserts that he would prefer to pass away in freedom because he knows he would be put behind bars. He dies quietly after pulling the dagger out of his chest. In honor of his allegiance, Baku was given a place on the National Tribal Council to represent his tribe, and with that triumph, Chala was formally returned to the throne. Chala creates an embassy in the US to be overseen by Nakia and Shuri, rejecting the isolationism of previous Wakandan rulers. Chala arrives before the UN in a sequence towards the middle of the credits to disclose Wakanda's real origins to the outside world. Shuri continues to assist Bucky Barnes with his recovery in a post-credits sequence.